Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about Paperman.
Cause he's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all...
So yes, everybody, today we're talking little indie film Paperman. I figured, well, in the midst of all the blockbusters and craziness of summer movies, we can talk about a little bit of a more smaller film. This movie stars Jeff Daniels, Emma Stone, Ryan Reynolds, and Lisa Kudrow. The main story behind this movie is Jeff Daniels is a struggling writer. He has a severe case of writer's block. Him and his wife commute back and forth to this country home, and he just tries to find inspiration. Enters Emma Stone. She happens to cross paths with Jeff Daniels. They just find out that, well, they both need a friend. But we get to the more interesting part of this. Both Jeff Daniels and Emma Stone have imaginary friends. That's where the unique little twist of this movie is. It's not just about two people who are depressed in their lives and want to make friends with others. This is actually a movie about them growing up. And as the tagline of the movie goes, it's grow up time. And Ryan Reynolds and Kieran Culkin play the imaginary friends of Jeff Daniels and Emma Stone. And they both are actually at the end of their ropes. There's a point in the film where they both communicate with each other, don't know how to help their person anymore. They just don't know how to help them make better decisions with their lives. So yes, I found that to be the most important and interesting part of this movie. I wish they would have expanded on it a little bit more, but obviously the emphasis is on Jeff Daniels and Emma Stone. For the performances in this movie, Jeff Daniels, of course, always does pretty well in these small films. Lisa Kudrow, she didn't have a whole lot to do as the wife in this movie, but, you know, she was fine. I couldn't complain. Emma Stone, she can actually prove that she can act. That's definitely a plus. She's hot, can act, sweet. And Kieran Culkin, well, he's the emo-y, depressed person. And of course, we got Ryan Reynolds, who definitely steals the show in regards to humor. He is, on the technicality, the comic relief.
When the world is in peril, when evil surrounds you, when danger... Okay?
But he does prove he can do some serious moments in this movie as well. Message behind this movie is we all have to grow up sometime. We all need friends in dark times. And I think that's a definite solid message.
I've been floundering and Abby has been...
Well, Abby's been what?
a friend.
I'm sure that we will recognize our land.
I read that book you wrote.
You may be one of the few.
Kind of blew me away.
I sense danger.
Richard? Who was that?
It's left me cold.
Girl Scout.
Girl Scout!
Oh, okay.
I used to do things, remember? This isn't about you.
And I only know that I'll never be the boy one. Yeah,
I wish I had a really amazing father like him.
it's too late.
Just ideas for titles.
Cool, what do you got?
Memoirs of an Amnesiac. Alero.
Paperman.
This is definitely a coming-of-age story for both adults and teenagers. It actually explores both sides of the spectrum. I really like that about this movie, as well as dealing with, you know, depression or dealing with the need to make friends in bad times. And, of course, having an imaginary friend to help you deal with different things in your life. And it doesn't matter what age you are, 45 like Jeff Daniels or 17 like Emma Stone. It can affect people in different ways. And I really like that about this film. The sad thing is, the pacing of the film can throw you out of it really badly. In the beginning of the film, it is really slow. And if you do not have patience with various movies, you probably may not even finish watching it. That's the only downside to this movie. For me, personally, it was a little dull and really slow in the beginning. It does pick up, though, and the end is simple and enjoyable. I'd say if you stick with it, you'll definitely have a good experience with this movie. It is not for everybody, but if you don't mind the quirky, dramedy kind of movies, this is definitely something to check out in between all the epic blockbuster summer movies. So I'd say it's worth a watch. So yes, everybody, now time for the most important part of the show is my rating. It is 2.5 out of 5 stars. I really wish I could have given this a much better rating, but again, that slow pacing really threw me out of it in the beginning. But long story short, it is a good, enjoyable film. It's fine if you don't mind the slow pacing. If you enjoy dramedies, this is in the quirkiness of stuff like that, this is definitely worth checking out. So yes, that is my review of Paperman. I hope you all enjoyed it, people. Feel free to rate, subscribe, and comment, and keep going to the movies.